Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to a very special episode of Joe's Book and Movie Corner. This is a video that I didn't want to make, but there's been a scandal on Booktube that we need to talk about, and that scandal is my videos aren't getting enough views, so I'm going to do the Booktuber Bio Tag to help maybe get more views and help me making more videos. If you don't know the reference I was just making there, that's great. Let's move on. It's nonsense to become obsessed over, I think. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, who are you? Share a little bit about yourself as much as you feel comfortable. My name is Joe. A little bit about myself. For 9 years, I worked in the film industry. I don't work in the industry anymore. My company does have a small foot still in the film industry. I also, just big facts about myself. I won't give you too much details, but if you watch my videos, you can probably piece this together. I went to school, or I lived in Texas and went to school there. I didn't have a good time at the end of college. I was not a member of the military, but I have an appreciation for the military. So with those facts, school in Texas, military, maybe you can figure out where I went to school. But yeah, number two, how long have you been on Booktube? I've been on Booktube for a little bit less than a year now. I did take a brief hiatus kind of in the second half of last year. And then this year I've started making videos again. Number three, what kinds of books do you love to read? Has Booktube had an effect on what you read? I've always been a fairly eclectic reader. I gravitate towards classics and sci-fi and horror. And has Booktube had an effect on what I read? Absolutely. It's broadened my horizons. I probably never would have tried a Western. And I certainly never would have read a romance book that was not Jane Austen. I've read several Westerns last year, and I read my first non-Jane Austen romance book and enjoyed it this year. I actually can't wait to talk about that. The book that I read, I'll probably mention that in a February wrap-up video. So stay tuned for that. Number four, what do you enjoy about making Booktube videos? I like how it forces me to think critically about what I've read. I have strong opinions on movies. If someone asks me about a film or I go watch a new movie, I can usually come up with interesting, or what I like to think are interesting things to say about it, and I can think critically about it. Sometimes if you were to ask me before I started making videos, hey, what did you like about that book? I'd go, it was pretty good, and that's about it, and I don't like that. So Booktube has helped me just think critically and develop informed opinions on books that I've read. Number five, what do you not enjoy about making Booktube videos? I don't really like to edit. Rarely do I make edits in my videos. I also don't like the uploading process. I do make thumbnails. I do sometimes, I'll put a title here or I'll put a tag to another video. So I'll do those things. But in general, I don't like the uploading and editing process. Also, sometimes I don't like how it might seem like homework. So moving forward, I have to be selective about which Booktube events I commit to. And if I don't like doing it, I'll just drop it. Number six, what video on your channel are you the most proud of? I don't know that I'm proud of really any of the videos, but I will say I am pleased with it's actually not a book video. It's the video I did on Kevin Costner's Horizon. It's Horizon Part 1, or Horizon An American Saga Part 1. I did not think that was a good movie. There were things that I liked about it, but it's a bad movie. I enjoyed that. I think someone made a comment on that saying what they liked about it. And that's fine. If you like it, that's fine. Just know, if you think it's a good movie, you're wrong. So I am kind of proud of that video. Number seven, is there anything you wish was different about Booktube? I wish, and maybe this does exist and I'm just totally not aware of it, I wish it had some sort of like interface or user interface that was a little bit different than just, searching for certain tags in YouTube. I wish it felt slightly separate than YouTube. Maybe that does exist and I'm just totally not aware of it. Then again, I think if it were like that, it would probably just be dominated by the big, huge professional YouTuber Booktube channels, which I guess isn't a bad thing. I might not like a lot of those channels. Number 8. Name 3 books that you have reviewed on your channel that you feel represent who you are as a reader. I would say number 1 would be my review on Star Trek. Oh, and by the way, I don't call them reviews. I call them reactions. So my reaction to Star Trek, the motion picture, the book, the novelization of the movie. I'm a Star Trek fan. That's also my favorite Star Trek movie. Though I haven't read a lot of Star Trek books before Booktube, I've realized they're right up my alley. Also, I read last year Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It's both a classic and a horror sci-fi, so that was right up my alley. And then probably the most recent book that I took a look at, which was Endless Night by Richard Lehman. It was the first Richard Lehman book that I've read. But I'm always down to read a violent horror movie. I'm disturbed by violence, so when I get a violent book that disturbs me, I get enjoyment out of that. Enjoyment may be the wrong word, but if you like violent books, I think you know what I mean. Number 9. Name 3 booktubers whose content inspires you. I think Steve Donahue, Michael K. Vaughan, and maybe Ollie at Criminale. I like how, especially with Steve Donahue and Michael K. Vaughan, they don't edit their videos. I try not to edit mine, at least too much. And again, with Steve Donahue and Michael K. Vaughan, I like how they're very eclectic. They will read just a wide variety of books. And then for Criminale, I think he's an excellent speaker. I really love his videos. Number 10. Share the love. It can be challenging to find your audience. Name 3 booktubers you think need more hype. This one, I'm really just going to list 3 more that I enjoy, and that's Book Chat with Pat, Gavin at Genre Books, and Randy Ray with the Literate Texan. Those are just kind of 3 more booktubers who inspire me. I think they do get plenty of views. I guess all 6 that I've mentioned could probably do more. But in general, I just like booktubers that they do minimal editing. They're not like booktuber, but also professional YouTuber. Not that I dislike some of those big, huge, more professional booktubers. But yeah, those are my other 3. So anyway, this was a lot of fun. I think this is a great tag too, just for anyone that wants to reintroduce yourself to Booktube. If you haven't done the Booktube newbie tag, definitely do that. And also check this one out. But that's all for now. Thanks.